So this is Old Fort Rock. So as you drive into Fort Rock, the town, this is immediately on your right. Can't miss it. The Fort Rock is right over there, which I'm heading to next. But this is kind of cool. It's not open yet. It's early in the year. It opens on May 23rd, which is a couple of weeks away. Yeah, it's really cool. This is some old original homes from Fort Rock. Kind of fun just to walk around, look in the windows. Here's the horseshoer. This is a schoolhouse, but off in the distance there is the Fort Rock. It's a pretty awesome sight. So we're gonna go out and do a quick hike next after we look in every single building. I need to get back. Mr. Petey's in the car. It's not very hot today. It's actually like 69 degrees, but obviously cars get hot and he's not welcome in the museum, even though the museum is outdoors. It's still a museum. So, no Mr. Petey. So this is Fort Rock. It's just completely amazing. When you're driving here from out in the distance, this looks like a huge fort. And it's huge. It's just magnificently huge. So the story is that about 100,000 years ago, magma pushed up through a vent in the earth and hit water. So this whole area out around here, this used to be a lake. And when the magma came up and hit the groundwater, it caused steam explosions. And these explosions kept blowing out over and over many, many years. And they actually built up this rim of mud and debris and rocks. And this is the rim that you see all around. And it at one time was a complete circle. But the lake did its job eroding away the walls. So there was always a prevailing east wind blowing waves from the east. So the east side has been eroded away while the others are still here. And you can very clearly see on the walls over here where the waves washed up against the rocks here. You could see different layers of waves against the rocks. It's amazing. We're gonna do a short walk. That's the story of Fort Rock. So they believe the first humans came here around 10,000 years ago. And there would have been, again, a huge lake out there. And food would have been plentiful. Lots of seabirds, lots of migrating birds, lots of fish. Old, Chinook salmon, the precursor to Chinook salmon would have been swimming in those waters. The oldest man-made artifacts found in Oregon were found here. They found moccasins and baskets weaved from reeds, thousands of years old here. So wow. The walls are so huge. This really looks like this immense fort. The first European settlers didn't come here until right about 1900. And they would have seen this thing for dozens of miles away. And you gotta just wonder what they would have thought. This morning, Petey and I were at Hole in the Ground, Oregon. And this afternoon, we've driven over to Crack in the Ground, Oregon. And I will give you exactly one guess why it's called Crack in the Ground. That's right. It's a big crack, and we're gonna hike into it. Oh my gosh, we just came in and the temperature, it's about 10 degrees cooler down here. This fissure is about 2 miles long, and in places it's 70 feet deep, and we are going down. We are definitely going down. This is some crazy stuff. Oh my gosh. Tricky spot. I got you, Pete. I got you, babies. Alright. This is a fissure, and there was a lava flow, and after everything cooled off, these fissures open up, and when the rock contracts and when the ground moves, all sorts of things, they'll cause these fissures. And normally, the erosion will fill them in with rocks and sediment very quickly. But because this is Central Oregon and gets very little rain, it's arid desert landscape, this was never filled in. It just stayed a crack in the ground. There is definitely some boulder scrambling in this. It's pretty amazing. If you have a pup in one hand and a camera in the other, you're gonna have to put something in a pocket somewhere. Wow. How you doing, Petey? How's Petey doing? Are you doing good, babies? Yeah. This is one of those rock scrambles right here. All right, Petey, I got you. I got you, babies. All right. Ugh. All right. All right. Gotta put the camera down at this moment. When you come out of a crack in the ground, you come up to the Central Oregon high desert. Let me see if I can show you what this looks like. Yeah. Oh, we have a nice breeze. Yes. The road to Crack in the Ground is a long dirt road, and it was kind of difficult to find off the main road. But I did find it. But this road, compared to the road to Hole in the Ground, this is like a paved interstate. This is a beautiful road. The Hole in the Ground road, that was kind of nightmarish actually. So, alright, so Petey and I need to figure out what we're doing next. And we need to get hydrated. Petey, you need to stay hydrated. Alright. Good morning. So Petey and I, we woke up this morning at Green Mountain Campground in Oregon. It's just like, I don't know, 3-4 miles past Crack in the Ground. And this is a BLM campground, and it's completely free. It's really small. I think there's like about 6 spots here. But it's really beautiful. It's at the top of Green Mountain. So you have just beautiful views in all directions. And there's like a zombie apocalypse shelter at the top up there. So we're gonna go up and check it out here in a sec. Gotta go see the zombie apocalypse. It's made out of cinder block, so, and like the windows are all covered up, and it's just waiting for zombies. That's all it is. But yeah, good morning. Oh, so the view up here is just amazing. Just an awesome view. You just see everything for miles and miles. There's white-capped peaks of the Cascades right over there. That's going west. And the sun came up right there, so that's east. And yeah, it's amazing. It's cool. So this is the top of Green Mountain, and this is the zombie apocalypse shelter that somebody built. So if you look, it's got the fence all around the outside, and then there's no windows on the first floor, and all the windows are covered in, you know, a covering, and then it has a platform on the very top for shooting down at the zombies that are trying to get into the gates, into the fence. It has solar panels, so you're set, and it's the highest point around, so it overlooks everything. And it looks like there's a generator and propane. So yeah, like this is the zombie apocalypse shelter right here. It's pretty cool. And right over here is the zombie apocalypse garage. So this is where you would park your zombie apocalypse outfitted FJ Cruiser. You know, with the big huge bumper so you can just smash into the zombie hordes and drive right over the top of their bodies. So that's for your zombie apocalypse vehicle for when you go out scavenging for food. That's where you park it.